Good day, our dear pupils in class 10. How are you? Are you ready for English lesson? Good job. Please take your books and notebooks. Today we have lesson 1B, Uzbek literature, the first part. Before starting new lesson, let's do listening task. By the way, we can change your understanding about passive voice, which we discussed at our previous lesson. Are you ready? Good job. For listening task, we need these things. Do you know how we call these things in English? Let's revise one more time together. The first one, it is hairbrush. What color is it? Blue. The second, keys. What about shirt? Comb. Here you can see differences between hairbrush and comb. What about next one? It is torch. Next, identity card. And the next one is towel. You know, umbrella. Next, lipstick, mobile phone, razor, plaster. And the last one is shaving foam. What is your task? You have to look at the picture in a minute and try to remember the place of all things and their color. Are you ready? Well done. Time is going in that case. Look at the picture carefully. It's like attention test. Then you will have to answer the questions. Good job. Have you finished it? In that case, let's listen the audio and try to answer the questions.
Recording 1. 1.
What colour was the comb in the picture?
2.
Was there an umbrella in the picture? What colour was it?
3.
What was below the lipstick?
4.
What was between the razor and the shaving foam?
5.
Was the comb the same colour as the torch?
6.
Was the lipstick next to the towel or the keys?
7.
What colour was the towel you saw in the picture?
8.
Was there a hairbrush in the picture? What colour was it?
9.
How many keys were there?
10.
What make was the mobile phone?
Thank you so much. Did you answer all questions? Well done. Let's check your answers in that case. Did you check? Good. I advise you, if you have free time, do such kind of activity because it can improve your concentration. So, here you have 3 sentences. Which objects do the sentence refer to? Try to remember the picture one more time and decide the sentence. The first one, it is mainly used by women. What is it? From the picture, yes, it is lipstick. Second, it is usually sold in pharmacy. Thank you so much. It's plaster. The third, they are kept in men's bathrooms. Good job. It is shaving foam and razor. Pay attention to the sentence one more time. What do you think? What kind of sentence are they? Yes, passive sentence, passive voice. So all sentence, present passive or past passive? Yes, present passive. But how we can know it? As you know, the main verbs in past tense, used, sold, kept. Yes, you are definitely right. In passive sentence, to be says the tense of passive sentence. Let's move the next activity. It is also a listening task. Before listening, you have to do this test. If you don't know the answer, you can just guess. By the way, you can learn a lot of interesting facts. The first one. The first dark glasses options were made to help pilots flying planes, or were used by blind people, or were worn in China by Chinese judges. Please open your notebook, write down activity 2, listening, and you can just write your answer, A, B, or C. What is your answer for this one? Did you answer? Well done. Let's move to the next one. Second, the first blue jeans options were designed as working clothes by a man called Levi Strauss, or were made in China in the 1960s, or were worn by U.S. soldiers during the World War II. What's your answer? Did you write? Well done. Pay attention. This is also passive sentence, but past passive. There is used were as an auxiliary verb. Third, the first liquid shampoo options was invented by a Frenchman called Charles Shampoo. B, was used in India over 2,000 years ago, or was developed by a bald man. In your mind, what is the true answer? A, B, or C? Good job. First one. Chanel's most famous perfume is called number 5 because options. Number 5 was its inventor's lucky number. B, it took 5 years to develop it. And C, it was created in 1905. Now, dears, let's check your answers together and learn interesting facts about these things. Dark glasses, jeans, shampoo, and perfume. Are you ready?
Drill 12. Recording 3. 1.
Dark glasses have been an important fashion item for a number of years now, but the first dark glasses had nothing to do with fashion and nothing to do with the sun. Glasses with dark lenses were worn by judges in China more than 600 years ago. They wore smoke-coloured lenses so people couldn't see their eyes, and therefore couldn't know what they were thinking.
2.
The history of blue jeans goes back to the 19th century. A young immigrant called Levi Strauss designed the first jeans as clothes for people who worked long hours in the open air, such as gold miners and even cowboys. They didn't become fashionable until the middle of the last century.
3.
Although the word shampoo comes from a Hindi word, the history of modern liquid shampoo is quite short. In the early 20th century, a man called John Breck became the world's leading shampoo manufacturer and helped give the world shiny, healthy hair. Breck himself, however, lost all his hair and became completely bald.
4.
Chanel No. 5 was introduced by the French fashion designer Coco Chanel in the 1920s. Because she considered the number 5 to be her lucky number, the perfume was first presented on the 5th of May, the 5th month of the year.
Thank you so much. Now, let's check your answers. 1. C. 2. A. 3. C. And 4A. Did you like our listening task? Thank you so much. Activity number 2 on page 158. This activity from your textbook, please open this page and look at this activity. Here you can see the picture of famous books and movies. The questions: have you ever read any of these books? Here you can see the books from Uzbek literature and world literature. Let's find which ones are from Uzbek literature. Yes, you are definitely right. Shumbola was written by Ghafur Ghulam and O'tgan Kunlar was written by Abdullah Qadri. Which ones are from world literature? Merlin and Harry Potter. So second question, have you ever watched the movies based on them? Thank you for your answer. If you watched the movie and read the book, have you ever compared both of them? If you did, you can find the differences easily. Another question, what do you prefer, reading books or watching movies based on this book? In this activity, you have an interview. It is reading task. According to the task of your textbook, you should work in pairs and read this interview together and do the activity true-false. Unfortunately, we cannot do it now, but we do it in another way. My student Labek Behruz helped me to make a video with his brother. Let's watch their conversation firstly, then we will do the activity together. Are you ready? Good job.
I have some questions for you.
Yes, please.
How often do you read books?
I can say that I read very often, maybe 1 or 2 books a month.
Good. What are you reading at the moment?
Now I am reading Ush Ildiz by Primkul Qadir, the last one.
How often do you go to the cinema?
Well, I seldom go to the cinema, even less often than reading book, 2 or 3 times a year.
Okay. Do you ever go to see film adaptations of books?
Yes, sometimes do this.
What do you think? What is better, reading a book or seeing the film of the book?
Definitely, reading a book is much more interesting. I think with books you know that characters feel and think. You understand them. The characters are almost like real people. What about films? Sometimes they are successful, but sometimes I get shocked watching films because characters are different to the way I imagined.
Thank you for answers.
Thank you.
So dears, open on page 159 one more time and look through the interview. Good job. Let's do the true-false activity in that case. The first one is example. He asked him how often he bought books. The answer, false. It is false sentence. So, the next one is for you. He wanted to know how often he read historical fiction. According to the interview, is it true sentence or false? Yes, it is false sentence. Second, he asked him what he was reading at that moment. True or false? True sentence. Third one. The man asked the boy how often he went to the cinema. True or false? Good job. True sentence. He asked him if he had seen the Lord of Rings films. Good job. False. He asked her whether he preferred reading books or watching TV. It is true sentence. Thank you, dears. It is time to your homework. First, as usual, make a list the vocabulary which you have learned today and revise them. And the second, activity number 1, on page 158, make up active and passive sentence. Did you notice I left the activity number 1 as a home task? Why? Because in this activity, you have to make up sentence. It takes a long time. It is writing task. Please do it after our lessons. Then the next time we will check it together. I wish you success in your learning process. Thank you for your attention. See you next time.